Track 9.3, Unit 9, page 94, Exercise 2. Listen again and choose the correct answer A, B or C.
Welcome to this week's episode of Chit Chat. We're talking about creativity with Lindsay Gray, who writes a blog. Lindsay, how does it feel to be read by so many people?
Well, I get up to 350,000 views every month and I've just made it to 100,000 followers. Of course, I'd always like more, though that's not my priority. To be honest, I can't quite believe I have that many who are all into what I do. I blog about making things and stuff like that, which could be considered a minority interest.
Why did you start the blog?
Well, I love making things for the home, and a few years ago I tried something very ambitious, making a hammock chair. When my friend saw it, she asked me to show her how to make it. I made her a video tutorial with pictures and she shared it with all her friends at school. They sent me pictures of what they'd made and it was a great feeling to realise that I'd helped other people learn something. That gave me the idea to reach out to even more.
Is it difficult to decide what to blog about?
I get inspiration for what I make from magazines and the internet. Living in a small town means that I'm not in contact with many different cultures, so I have to look hard for patterns and designs from all over the world. If something catches my eye, I think about ways I could recreate it using materials around the house. I like to challenge myself to use different fabrics and household items, but actually trying not to overload my readers with too many instructions is crucial and for me very challenging. I want them to be able to follow my designs easily, and I'm lucky that I can actually write quite well.
How do you stay organised?
I have a special spreadsheet which is divided into weeks so that I can plan my posts in advance. It can be a struggle to motivate myself to do it, and I sometimes feel like leaving it until the last minute. But it's important that my followers know when to expect something new. If they have to keep checking my blog all the time to see if there is a different post, they'll get tired and unfollow me.
Does it take a long time to prepare photographs for the blog?
Yes. I want my readers to be able to follow my tutorials without too many problems, so I take lots of photos of each different stage of making any new product. If it's a complex project, there can be lots of parts to it. I like to be methodical and clear, and you can't beat a visual for that. There's no room for doubt then.
Do you think it's a good idea to follow a routine?
Definitely. I know I'm more productive in the morning, so I do everything then. The standard of my blog posts has improved since I started writing only at that time. If I have an idea in the evening, I take notes but leave it until the morning. In the past, I would get an idea and feel like I had to work on it then. But if I do that, I stay up later, then it's more difficult to get up the next day. So following a routine certainly doesn't get in the way of my creativity.
Finally, what advice do you have for our listeners about blogging?
It can be a real commitment, so it's not something to be undertaken lightly. It sounds like a cliché, but the more you write, the more ideas you get. Even if they never make it onto your blog, they can provide a real starting point for other ideas. And of course, you can always improve your technique, even if you don't use other forms of media like video or images.
Great, thanks Lindsay. Now, if you're listening live, call in with your tips for staying creative. And up next...